Hello, purple and teal dragons. This is another video to show you a different strategy for subtracting tens from a two-digit number. So my last two videos, I showed you using models, your 10 sticks, to subtract, and I also showed you how to use a hundreds chart. So today, we're going to be using an open number line to subtract tens. So an open number line is where we don't already have the numbers written on our number line. So we are going to look to start at the problem 80 minus 20. Okay, and again, we're subtracting tens. So we know that we have 8 tens minus 2 tens. Because we are subtracting, we want to start by putting our biggest number that we're subtracting from on the end of our number line. So I'm going to draw a line and write the number 80. This is your starting point. And because we're subtracting, we're going to go backwards on this number line instead of jumping forward. Now we want to think of how many tens we are subtracting from this number. We are taking away 20. That's 2 tens. So that means we need to make 2 jumps of 10 on our number line. So I'm going to start by drawing my first jump to take away my first 10. So we are going backwards 1 from 80, or taking away 1 10. So looking at our tens place, if I started with 8, if I take away 1 10, I'm going to go down to 7 tens, which is the same as the number 70. But I'm not done. I still have 1 more 10 to subtract before I find my answer. So I'm going to make a second jump on my number line to take away another 10. Now we're starting where we left off. So I had 7 tens. If I take away 1 from 7, I'm going to end up with 6 tens, which is the same as the number 60. And since I already did my 2 hops, I subtracted a total of 20 altogether. The final answer for this problem is 60. So we know that 80 minus 20 equals 60. Now here's something interesting to note when we're subtracting groups of 10. If we look at just our tens place and we ignore the zeros, we are doing 8 tens minus 2 tens, 8 minus 6. And we can really easily, whether we're using our fingers, we're counting in our head, if we have another number line that we can look at, if I take 8 and I take away 2, I'm left with 6 tens. And we know if I count by 10 6 times, I'm going to end up with 60 for that number. I'm going to do one more example for you with some bigger numbers. So let's try 90 minus 50. Again, I'm going to draw my open number line. And I'm going to start by writing the biggest number. So again, I have 90 to start with. I'm taking away from that number. So that's going to be where my number line ends. And I know I'm subtracting or taking away 50, 5 tens. So I'm going to have to do 5 jumps on my number line backwards. So we're going to do one group of 10 at a time. So I'm going to do 90, take away 10. That's 1 jump. And I know if I look at my tens place, 9 tens minus 1 10 brings me to 8 tens, or 80. I'm going to do my second jump of 10. And I know that 80, or 8 tens, minus 1 10 is going to take me down to 7 tens, or 70. I still have 3 more jumps to make because I've only done 2 so far. I'm going to subtract another group of 10. So looking at my tens place for 70, I have 7 tens. If I take away 1, I'm going to go down to 60. I'm going to do my 4th jump, again taking away 10 at a time. I look at my tens place. I've got 6 tens, and if I take away 1, I'm going to go down to 5 tens, or 50. And I have 1 final jump to make on this number line. The last 10 I'm going to subtract. If I have 5 tens and I take away 1 10, I'm going to go down to 4, which is 40. And if I ever want to double check to make sure that I did the right number of jumps, I can count how many tens I subtracted all together, and I know that I did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that shows that I took away 50 total. And after doing all my jumps and subtracting, I landed at 40. So I know that 90 minus 50 is 40. So this is another strategy that you can use to solve your problems when subtracting. Some people don't really like number lines, so again, that's why we teach all these different strategies. That way you can choose which one works best for you. So it's just another tool in your toolbox that you can use for your math problems, but you can pick whichever one works best for you and that you think you're the best at. And maybe there's a strategy I haven't taught yet that you like to use. Maybe you can send me a video on Edsby of that strategy, and works for me. So I hope everybody has an awesome day and that this video is helpful. I will be posting a couple bit more for topic 11 with some other strategies that you guys can use. So I will see you in the next video, purple and teal dragons.